Hey everybody, this is Dead Winter Dead with another Battlefield 4 video for you. Today we're taking a look at some Guilin Peaks rush on the defender side. Now, on this match, I go 14-1, I believe. It ends up being a short match because we stop the attackers butt cold before they can get anything done. And the reason I'm showing this match is simply because usually on a rush match, when you see somebody, have such a lopsided KD, going, 14-1 or going, 20-0, or, just someone who has a KD like that, they're usually doing one of two things. They are sniping off in the distance and not really up in the action and taking chances and, making those clutch moves on MCOMs, or they're, running the mortar or something like that and just, staying way safe. But as you can see right here, I've pushed way up ahead of the MCOMs to try to keep the enemy off guard. A little later in the video, I will show you my little secret hidey spot. It is an excellent spot. It keeps you completely covered from the enemy on most sides. When the enemy does show themselves, you either have outflanked them or you are behind them almost instantly. But it limits your exposure to enemy fire. Right there's my first death. And when I spawn back in, I'm not sure if I spawn in on a friendly or if I spawn in back at the uncap, but this will be the point where I show you pretty much what to do as a defender. Now, the other thing that I'm doing, as you notice, I'm running the I believe I'm running the M240 Bravo on this map. And I've got a muzzle brake, a hollow sight, ergo grip, and the 2x magnifier. Now the M240 Bravo is an excellent weapon. It is extremely difficult to control. You have to tap fire it, and you have to use it at distance. It packs a huge punch. This weapon and the PKP Peshneg are the highest damaging weapons in the game. They will drop people at a distance, and they will completely knock people out of their shoes. So if you can get a hold of these weapons recoils, I highly suggest that you use them because you will dominate the battlefield. The only downside to this, obviously, is it has a long reload time, and it has a low rate of fire, which means that you're not going to be able to stand toe-to-toe in a straight-up close encounter gunfight with the PDWs, the carbines, or the assault rifles. Other than that, though, if you know your role and put yourself in advantageous positions like you will see here, this weapon will get you out of pretty much any jam because it has the range and the damage to do so. Now this little spot right here, if you notice where I am just below the lip of the cave exit where the Alpha MCOM was. Now the Alpha MCOM on Guilin Peaks, the first set, usually goes pretty quick because the attackers are fairly close to it and they're able to rush in force, and take it down. The Bravo MCOM is a little bit trickier, but as you can see right here, these enemies have no idea that I'm here. I mean, I'm getting shot up a little bit, but for the most part, they don't know where I'm at, and I almost have an instant flank on them. I almost instantly outflank these guys simply because of the position that I have put myself in. On the lip right here, when the bad guys actually jump down to enter the village and push on that Bravo MCOM, I'm immediately behind them simply because gravity carries them to the ground, and boom, I've got a perfect shot behind them. Most people don't realize that this spot is here. They just kind of think it's part of the terrain and you can't actually access it. But it gives you the tactical advantage in this map because you are still ahead of the Bravo MCOM. You're still being a defender and you're still defending that area. But you've absolutely negated the enemy's ability to get a bead on you at all. There's almost nowhere on the map where they can have an effective shot at you. Right here, more bad guys try to line up along this wall. Doesn't work out for them. I'm able to take them down. A friendly was able to blow that shed. That shed provides a little bit of cover, but now that it's flattened, they have absolutely nowhere to go. And as long as I'm holding down this area and holding down this attack lane, They are not going to be able to get a foothold in our area, and there's no way they're going to get even close to that Bravo MCOM. Now, for those of you who have been subscribers to my channel or just been watching my videos, you realize that I enjoy the game mode of Rush. I find it a challenging game mode, but it's still an action-packed game mode. It's a game mode that will provide endless hours of fun. But it can also be frustrating too, because you can have maps that are just poorly designed for the game mode. You can have friendly players who just don't want to play their role, and they just want to snipe in certain areas, and they don't want to arm or disarm MCOMs. It can be frustrating in that way. It can also be frustrating simply because of the ticket count. The ticket count in official servers, I believe, is 70 or 75, and that in no way is enough tickets for the attackers to have really a fair shot at winning this game. If you haven't tried Rush Out, I highly suggest you try it out. It's a great game mode, lots of fun, high action, high intensity. But just beware of the pitfalls, that it can be a KD killer if you don't know what you're doing, and it can be frustrating. My name's Dead Winter Dead. Thanks for watching.